Okay, now we're going to talk about linear function. A linear function is a function of a form f of x equal to ax plus b, or sometimes you would say it as y is equal to ax plus b. The graph of any linear equation is a straight line. The domain of any linear function is all real numbers. This is an example of linear equation. Remember, the domain would be the value of what? X or y? X, right? So as you can see, this graph here goes all the way to infinity. All the way to infinity is going to cover all the numbers on the x-axis. There are no restrictions. That's why the domain is all real numbers. Another way to write all real numbers would be negative infinity, comma, infinity. That's how you can write the domain. And as you can see here, the range of this function also would be all real numbers. The range and domain of the linear equation would be all real numbers. These would be the points that your graph going to pass as x and y axis. So this would be your y-intercept when x equal to 0. This is your x-intercept when y is equal to 0. So these are the order pair for x and y intercepts. And we talked also about standard form of linear equation. The standard form is ax plus by is equal to c, where a, b, and c's are real numbers. Graph using intercept. Let's take a look at this example. We have 5x is equal to 10y minus 20. We want to use the x and y intercept to graph them. That's all we have to do is to find, you let x equal to 0 and solve for y. And you let y equal to 0 and solve for x. And these would be your x and y intercept. If you let x equal to 0, solve for y, y would be equal to 2. So that is this point right there. 0 and 2. This is your y-intercept. If you let y equal to 0 and solve for x, you see x equal to negative 4. So this would be your x-intercept. If I connect those 2 points together, that would be the graph of your line. This would be a graph where you intercept at those 2 points. Now, if this were a horizontal or vertical line, then you may have only x or y-intercept. If the line passes through the origin, then you could have your x and y-intercept would be 0, 0. If it's up to you as what point you want to select to graph, I would go, the easiest point to find, actually calculate, is the x and y-intercept. So you let x equal to 0 and solve for y. That's 1 point. You let y equal to 0 and solve for x. That's another point. And they're specifically asking you to find the x and y-intercept here now. Once you find that, then you locate those points. And these were not just a calculation I was showing you. And you graph them that way. So this is graphing by finding the x and y-intercept.